Hi, I'm Michelle, and I'll be sharing these episodes with Nay. We're certified psychic mediums, and this is season 2 of Hello from the Other Side. During the season's episodes, we'll be connecting independently to the energy of a missing child from the United States. All we've been given is a name, a photograph, and the year they went missing. As you watch, you may begin to notice moments where our readings overlap or where similar evidence comes through. We hope that the insights shared today might bring comfort, clarity, or may even assist those still searching for these precious children. At times, you might notice that our independent readings seem quite different from one another. This doesn't mean that those differences should be dismissed. Sometimes the pieces that seem unrelated at first do come together to reveal the whole or different parts of the story. So please remember, the information we share is received psychically. It reflects our intuitive impressions and should not be taken as factual or verified information.
So today, working with a photograph of Jack and Lilly Sullivan, who are two missing children. I'm just going to take a moment to connect in and see if we can retrace their steps. I immediately want to bring up school for these two, because she brings up school here, and I'm seeing a little backpack for her. And those little luggage racks that you put your bags in at school, those little wooden sort of port racks where you pop your things, like a little pigeonhole there. So just being shown that. She carries a lot of excitement with her as well, very excitable little one. She had a lot of nice toys as well, showing me some dolls, like little Barbie dolls brushing their hair. Might be a little pony there. Little plastic toys that she was really fond of. Bringing up Nana here as well, or Grandma. So and I feel as though bringing this up because her grandmother spoils her. I think she may have bought her a number of these toys. Bringing up the brother now too. I'm just trying to ascertain if this is his room as well or just hers. Both. Okay, so they share a room here. She's very protective of her little brother. I do see a good relationship here with the mother as well. I see her holding hands with the children and sort of swinging their hands as she's got a hand in each. And also feel there might be a little baby here as well in this family. Being made aware of a baby, I feel it's a boy. So a third child there. Because the girl feels like the oldest. Lily feels like the oldest, and then the little boy, Jack, and then this baby. So 3 of them. They certainly don't splurge on things, but it's, they have everything that they need, is what I'm being made aware of in this space. Just in terms of the area they live in, I'm being made aware of quite a bit of dirt outside. So I don't know if they were digging up the ground or something, but just being made aware of quite a bit of dirt outside here. And dust there. So I feel that relates to the area. They feel like they're in a home. They're not in an apartment. They're in a home. These children go on a lot of outings too. Like I am seeing them being taken around to various sites to do things, places to play. It's like they've always got something on. They're always doing something. But lovely high energy children. And I'm seeing Dad greet them at the door. I'm just wondering whether Dad lives here. Or if he works away. Because I don't feel as though he has a presence in the home all the time. And just the scene I'm seeing at the moment is him sort of bending down to greet these children at the door. And mum standing up. I feel as though there's a bit of, there might be a bit of animosity between the parents there. Yeah, and just being made aware. I feel dad might have another home somewhere else as well here. But really loves these children. Being made aware of another gentleman as well in the space. So I do wonder whether this is a boyfriend of mum's. He doesn't feel like a good influence. Because I see dad almost comes through in a uniform as though he works. Whereas this other gentleman, I feel as though he doesn't have a job. And not as dependable is what's coming through here. Okay, I'm just asking them around the time of them going missing, what's happening. I'm seeing like a lake here, some water. It just feels like a large body of still water. And it's a bit murky. I'm seeing the kids in little galoshes or gumboots here, walking around this area. And I feel as though they're sort of walking around the perimeter of this water. It's quite muddy here. And I just heard wander off. Because I feel as though mum's here with this baby and suddenly there's a... suddenly she's experiencing a feeling of, hang on, where are the other two? I'm seeing tents here as well. As though someone's camping or was going camping. Because I almost feel like I've been fussing with an infant and I've turned around and where are the other two? And I feel as though we're outside, so great outdoors. And I'm saying, you know, calling their names, where are you? Because they are quite independent kids and they do just sort of run off and come back and do their own thing, playing with other children and these sorts of things. And there's been no reason in the past not to trust them doing this. But now suddenly I just can't find them. The time's getting on too because she looks at her watch here. Okay, and the gentleman she's with as well, they start making telephone calls here. There's a bit of worry and panic around where they are because they've just sort of lost sight of them. How could you lose two children? Like that's what she's thinking. How could you lose two children? There's an older gentleman here too. I wonder if this is her father or like a grandfather here. He's still quite strong. He's not elderly. He's very you know, he's strong. He's walking around. He's trying to help find these kids as well. Making me aware of there being like a main road in this park area as well. And there's being some worry around, well, what could have happened if they'd walked up to that main road or found themselves at that main road. I feel there might be deer in this area because I am seeing deer. And they're showing me guns here too, as though there are hunters that are in this area as well. Just want to ascertain where they are. And I thought I heard Mon, maybe, M-O-N. Maybe like Montana. A lot of rain around. They do get a lot of water in this area as well. It's like these kids have just sort of disappeared from a park area or like a campsite. It's just... they've wandered and they just can't find them. There's a lot of rugged terrain here as well. Okay. Unfortunately, I do feel as though they are coming through on my left here, as though they've passed, because I am seeing the little girl here. Curiously, I'm not seeing the little boy here on this side. And I feel as though he's over here, living still. So I'm going to try and tune into her a little bit to see what's happened. She shows me a lot of outdoor play for her, playing with dirt and sticks and leaves, like doing a lot of things outside. Okay, and she's just said picked up. They've been picked up. I do feel as though they've been collected at a roadside. What are you doing here? Like a gentleman said to them, what are you doing here? And promised to return them to their parents. He's opened the door in the back of the car and popped them in. He's popped them in like this. This is a dual cab ute. There's a bench seat in the back. He's put them in this. The little girl does a seat belt up, but the little boy doesn't. She helps him to do that. She's very chatty, very talkative. The little boy's a little bit more reserved, a little quieter. He's a little bit anxious about being in this vehicle, whereas she's a little more trusting. And they're driving. It's quite picturesque countryside here too. Feel as though they may be driving somewhere. Starts with an N. Maybe a V in it as well, like maybe like a Ville at the end or something. It's like he's using his phone, telling them that he is in contact with their mother. And, oh, Mum said to meet her here and I'm going to get you there. He's just sort of made this up, but really he's scheming and he's planning to do something else. I feel these children are handed over to someone in exchange for money. This is confusing because it's like they've come from the forest, like, or some sort of park, and I don't feel like this individual went there to collect them. He's just gone there, seen them, and picked them up. And then got this bright idea to give them to someone. There is some worry that there's two of them, that there's going to be people out looking for them because there is two of them. And I do feel as though there's a decision to separate them. The little girl panics at this stage too. There's a lot of panic with her because she's going to be separate from this boy. I'm getting a light airplane coming up here too. And I wonder whether she's put in an airplane, like a light aircraft. I am being made aware as well, like she's been sedated, they've given her something. And she's just extremely drowsy. I've just heard captive here. Penitent. And like almost like penitentiary, like she's in some sort of location with other people who are being detained. I do feel as though she's with other girls in this area. And I do feel there's like, this is a trafficking type situation with children. I feel as though there are men with guns where she has gone as well. These are big guns. They feel like rifles almost. And that she's being detained with these other children. I don't feel English is the first language of the individuals that have detained her. And I feel like they're doing the bare minimum to keep these girls alive. They're just feeding them. Okay, I am seeing cameras here in this space as well. And I do feel as though they might be taking photographs of these children. And being made aware of law enforcement, aware of this as well, aware of these. Not necessarily where they are, but aware, or perhaps they saw this photo, a photo of okay, I'm hearing like hot on the trail here, as though this crime group is in the line of fire, that it could be exposed. I feel as though the people that lead this group are actually like professional people too. It's like you've got these handlers, and then you've got like 2 or 3 older gentlemen that work in the city. They're sort of at the top of this pyramid. I feel as though they're using there's photos of these children that they're distributing.
So before I do any kind of reading, I tap into my guide and just check that we're all ready for reading. And often he gives me a clue about the reading. And he asked me to look at the table in front of him, and there was actually a ladybird with her wings out. And I heard, ladybird, ladybird, fly away home. And I've actually pulled up this rhyme, your house is on fire and your children are gone, all except one. And then it carries on. But I just thought, oh, this is so relevant for the situation. So I feel, obviously we have 2 missing children. The ladybird, I feel refers to mum, and I'm feeling mum's heavy grief and remorse, and tears. And we have still a toddler in arms and 2 that are missing. There's a weight of strong heaviness that sits with mum around this situation, and something I feel like a burden, a real burden, one that she's going to have to carry for a very long time. And there's a sense of responsibility as well around the situation, which is understandable, even if the children just decided to, wander off or whatever. Now I just want to go to Lily and just focus on Lily. So she's here on my left. So I feel that Lily has passed. And Lily's saying that she'll tell me, oh, I can tell you what happened. So she's showing me sleeping in her bed. I feel that it's dark. I feel mum's asleep and we're being picked up or taken, or I'm seeing what appears to be a man with black hair, black beard, or darker haired than the man who's woken her. She seems pretty groggy. There's a handshake and a transaction, and I feel the children are being carried outside into a truck. It's like a ute. It's like there's a handing over of the children, like a handshake, but I feel like there's a financial transaction involved in that as well. There appears to be a vindictive undercurrent to this transaction. I feel Jack's being carried out asleep, so just carried in the arms, laid in the back of the car on the back of the ute. So it's like a dual cab or something, a vehicle like that, and it's an open tray on the back that has lots of blue cylinders that are round and plastic and quite large and tied together, like 6 or 8 or of them. And I'm hearing contractor. So this is someone who's a contractor. He's wearing leather boots, a quiet, solid guy, jeans and a checkered shirt with a black t-shirt underneath and a cap and a payment. I feel he comes into the house. There's a little bit of the house doesn't feel very big. It feels like a small rectangular shaped kind of lounge kitchen, go up the hallway, bedroom. It doesn't feel like there's much to this house. Kind of like come in, I don't know if that's the back or the front, and then we've got a sliding door. Kitchen's it's kind of open with that, like a breakfast bar or something similar between the kitchen and the lounge, but it's just like a rectangular, simplistic, like large cabin or small, simple home. Feels very green. There are trees, but not immediately. It's kind of green or fields, paddocks, and then we have trees a little bit further out. It feels crisp and like there's quite a lot of open space from there. So these children are driven, taken in a vehicle. I feel mum has woken up and where are the children? Don't know. And she has a feeling something's happened. Something has gone awry because of previous issues or altercations. And so she's hysterical and desperate. And I feel she knows something's happened, that this is a control mechanism, and the feeling in the gut of her stomach tells her this is not good, but she's hoping that this is just that this is not the case, that the children will come back. I feel there's been threatening behavior around the children. Okay, so the vehicle's driven out of the drive, turned left, just gone up to maybe up to maybe now we're at the end of the drive and we're turning left again, going along highway. It's fairly flat on either side, grass, wheat. I'm hearing we're going to pick something up that we are able to. I'm getting drawn aware to these plastic containers, these round plastic containers, that there's the opportunity to place the children in these containers and cover them with offcuts or fish offal or something along those lines. I feel it's to do with fisheries, something that can be disposed of and it would not be questioned. So I feel we're covering up the children's bodies. I just want to see where they lost their lives. This could have been Jack first. So we are we've gone somewhere like a big grey shed where it was like offal or fish offcuts, something like that's been put in the containers, and then those have been taken back in the vehicle and we're taking them to a dumping point. I feel there's a lot of seagulls around. The sea doesn't feel very far away. It could be a pit that's been kind of excavated for this kind of dumping, and eventually there is soil placed by heavy equipment just as part of the process at this site to where this is covered up. I feel I'm hearing murdered in their sleep, or I'm hearing the word dismissed, and farewelled. There's a lot of trauma around this that's been left. I'm hearing dear little children, victims of circumstance, used as pawns, and I'm seeing like a chessboard with the pawn pieces in a game of tug and war where there's no winners, only losers. I feel there's a little child. Mum has scooped up the little child and intends to protect them. Oh, she has suspicions. I just feel her grief and tear-stained cheeks and guilt and remorse and shock. I feel in her heart she doesn't feel these children will be found. Maybe LAX or something like that on the or LAZ, maybe LAX as part of the maybe 6 and 7 on the license plate number. I'm hearing we've gone west, further west, not far. There, I'm just hearing again disposal, and I'm just hearing never to be seen again. Tragic circumstance.